This has been a great day. Once again, we've got more than 1,200 people from around the world here. 25 countries are represented at this conference this year, and you can tell walking around the buzz is unbelievable. So we got great people coming from government, from industry, from all around the world, and they all want to talk about public-private partnerships, and they've figured out that this is the place to do it.
It was a fantastic panel. We had fantastic panelists. The subject was really to talk about new and innovative ways of funding infrastructure projects. So not really relying on the tax base, but finding new ways to bring new money into these projects and make them happen.
The panel was three provinces, Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Ontario. What they're talking about is the importance of P3s, the ability to budget carefully and make sure that the maintenance is done and get them done on time.
The panel was a way to share ideas about what we're trying to do to build a project to provide safe drinking water and wastewater for all our communities forever.
Well, we were talking about the role of P3s in international sporting events, so pretty unique, and Ontario's experience in that is quite deep and rich.
So as an MBA student at the conference, I've learned that P3s are about partnership. Although they're not the end-all be-all solution, in the appropriate context, they're a tool of unparalleled opportunities.
This conference is timely and topical. There's so much debate in the city about expanding transit and improving customer service, so I was very pleased to be asked to be on the panel today to give my views.
On a entendu dire à la conférence qu'il y avait des nouveaux secteurs où ça devenait intéressant de faire des PPP. De plus en plus, ça intéresse les gouvernements et le secteur privé aussi, évidemment. Donc, je crois qu'il y a de l'avenir pour les jeunes dans ce domaine.
So we had a very interesting conversation about what some of the big trends are and why countries like Canada and Australia have developed the expertise to really lead in PPP development.
Our session was on bundled projects, which can be multiple projects in one jurisdiction, different projects in the same jurisdiction. We had a perspective from Pennsylvania, Saskatchewan, internationally. It was great.
I think it was a great panel. We talked about trust, knowledge, experience. Those are all things that are required, and that it really boils down to everyone cooperating and working together. And without that, you have nothing.
Well, it was a really interesting panel. It's just great relationships across Canada among the agencies and P3 Canada, and it's really interesting to hear how we're working together on many of the same issues.
P3s will be integral to Canada's $70 billion infrastructure program over the next 10 years because they bring private sector discipline, making sure that projects come in on time and on budget.
You know, today's panel was a great opportunity to reflect on the progress in the U.S. PPP market. A number of states are passing legislation and delivering a tremendous pipeline. So there's tremendous opportunities in the U.S.
What citizens see P3s as is first and foremost a way of sharing risk. We were talking about big investments over a long period of time, and knowing that the private sector has a stake in its success is going to be an important guarantor that the public monies going in are going to be well spent. But more than that, it's also about accessing not just more capital outside of the public funds, but it's about accessing the innovation and the responsibility that private sector brings to any project.
Infrastructure investment means government building a future. It means building a community up, making sure that an economy can thrive over the long term while creating jobs in the short term. That's why infrastructure investment is important to me.
Great conference the last 2 days. We've had great participation from our government leaders across Canada. We know where they stand now. The industry knows where they stand, and everybody is really happy with the intensity of the conference.
Just wrapped up 2 great days, the very best CCPPP conference we've ever had. And I can tell you now that next year's conference is going to be held on November 2nd and 3rd in this very same hotel, and we're going to have even a better event. So you want to make sure you're there.